I'm going to show you how to build an AI voice agent that fills your calendar with qualified leads. It can book leads directly from your website. We're going to be using Elevenlabs to create a powerful voice agent. We're going to be using NA10 to give it access to agentic tools. And then we're going to bring in Loveable to create our website and then connect it to our AI voice agent. I'm going to take you through the exact process to build out this voice agent step by step. So even if you're a complete beginner, you're going to be able to follow along with this no-code tutorial. So let's jump into it, and first let's test this out and see how well it works.
Hey there, I'm Hope from AI Agents Guild Support. How can I help you today?
Hi Hope, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm very new to this whole AI thing. So I just want an easy way of figuring out how I can use AI in my business. What's the best way to do that with working with Omnivate?
A fellow entrepreneur diving into the exciting world of AI. That's fantastic. At Omnivate, we specialize in helping businesses like yours build AI powered marketing and sales systems using no code automation on the N8N platform, making it super accessible even if you're new to it. A great starting point would be our free AI Agents Guild, which is an open community where you can learn and explore with other entrepreneurs. If you'd like a more personalized chat about how AI can specifically benefit your business, we could always schedule a quick call to explore your options.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I'd love a deeper chat.
Wonderful. I'd be happy to set that up for you. What day and time would be best for our chat?
Okay, would Monday the 16th of June at 10 a.m. work?
Let me just quickly check if that slot is available for you. It looks like I have an event scheduled at that time on June 16th. Would you like me to find another available time for you, or perhaps we could look at a different day?
Yeah, what about 11 a.m. on Monday, 16th of June?
Let me just quickly check that for you. Great news. I'm available at 11 a.m. on June 16th. To book this meeting for you, I'll need your email address. Could you please spell it out for me?
Sure, it's omar@hotmail.com.
All right, thank you. Let me just confirm that for you very slowly. OMAR@HOTMAIL.com. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Excellent. Just a moment while I book that for you. Perfect. Your meeting has been successfully booked for June 16th at 11 a.m. I've sent a confirmation to omar@hotmail.com. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Or perhaps you have more questions about how Omnivate can help your business.
No, that's everything. Thanks. I'm going to take you through the entire process of building this out. We're going to look at NA10 and the agent we're using here. We have sub agents we're using. I'm going to show you Elevenlabs and the conversational agent here. At the same time, we're using Loveable to create our website and bring in our Elevenlabs voice agent. So lots of value here to unpack. And we're going to build this out step by step so you know exactly how to do it. So the first thing we'll start off with is NA10. And we want to build out our booking agent. So we're going to start from scratch, and I'll take you through exactly how we do this. So let's name our workflow, booking agent YouTube. And the way we're activating this is we're using a webhook because NA10 here is communicating with Elevenlabs. So we want to start off with a webhook, and then we want to bring in our agent. And then on the other end of the workflow, we want a respond to webhook. So this is how it sends off the information back to Elevenlabs. Then we just need our chat model. So here I'm using OpenAI ChatGPT 4.1 mini because it has good processing power, but is still very quick. We want to give our agent a memory. And then we want to start adding the tools. So here within tools, I've been using the Think tool. And the Think tool just gives your agent extra brain power. In case it gets stuck or anything goes wrong, it's able to figure out what's happened. And then the next thing we want to do here is add a sub agent. So I'm just going to save this. And what we want to do is instead of having lots of different tools here to do the booking, I'm going to create one sub agent that is able to handle all my booking for me. So this is a very powerful way of using NA10 where we have main agents to do the work we want to do, and then sub agents do specialized tasks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another workflow now. I'll show you the sub agent here, but we're just going to replicate this. And I'm going to take you through the exact process so you can follow along. So now we want to create our booking sub agent. So in this case, the node we're going to start off with is we want when, let's just find it, when executed by another workflow. So this just means we're able to have different workflows in NA10 speaking with each other and communicating. And the thing we want here is we want it to accept all data. Now we want another AI agent node. And here we're adding OpenAI and we do the same thing. We'll add a GPT 4.1 mini. And for the tools, what we want is we want lots of calendar tools. So if I type in calendar, you can see we have Google Calendar. So if I open this one up, what we want to do is connect our credentials, simply create new credentials and then connect to Gmail. And then after that, we have all these different options for actions. So here we can create, we can delete, we can get our information. And we want all of these to create a really powerful calendar agent. So rather than go through these one by one, what I'll do is I've already done this and we'll just paste them in and we'll look at them together. Here, I'll paste these in. And then we just want to connect them up and I'll show you exactly how they're set up. So if we look into this, I've connected my credentials. And what I've done is, in order for this to work, where we have these fields, I've set it as, if you press a button here, it says, let the model define this parameter. So basically, AI is going to figure out what should go in here and do it for us. And here you just want to select the right calendar from this list. So when you do that, that's set up. You just want to go through the process of adding in all of the different nodes. So now we can update events, we can delete events, we know what's in our calendar with get events, and importantly, we can create events and create events with the attendees. So these are all the actions that we want our agent to take. And then once it's done that, we want it to have two actions. Either it's worked, which is great, or it's failed. We want it to tell us that. So we're going to have these two messages where we have success and try again. So if we connect these up, when it's successful, all we want is the response to tell us that. And when it's not worked, what we want is just to say, unable to perform task, please try again. So we can bring that information forward. So the last thing we need here is we need to give it a prompt. So I've prepared this. And for the prompt, I'm basically just telling it that it's a calendar assistant. Its responsibilities is to manage my calendar and then the different tools it has access to. And the important thing you need to know is when you're using AI agents in NA10, they don't actually know the time. So it's really important to have this now function here so it knows what time it is and it can properly book in your calendars. So now that's set up, we have our entire sub agent working. So it's called booking sub agent. I'm going to save that. So now if we go back to our main agent, we go here and here it says call NA10 workflow tool. So we can actually call our sub agent. So we called it booking sub agent. So now we can treat this entire workflow as a tool in the main agent. And if we just go back into here, then what we can say is just give it a description so the AI knows how to use this. So in this case, we'll just say, call this tool for any calendar actions. And that's pretty much it. So now we have our tools here. Well, this is like the brain, the model, the memory, and the sync tool. And here we have our calendar agent. Let's name it as well for good practice. So we'll call this calendar sub agent. And the last thing we want is just to give our main agent a prompt. So if we do this, we'll say define below, then we're giving our main agent a prompt. And the prompt for this is, you can keep it fairly simple. And one thing we can do is also want to add a system message. So for the prompt, which is the system message, what we're doing here is we're just telling it that it's the ultimate personal assistant, and its job is to send what we want to the correct tool. So we don't want this to write any emails. We don't want it to do any summaries for us. All it's doing is it's calling out the correct tool we should use. In this case, it's the calendar agent or the think agent. And again, we're giving it information about the time. Now, this prompt here, the user message, we want to be able to give it access to the right data. You're going to see how this works, but when we speak to ElevenLabs, we're going to get an appointment, a time, and an email. This is the information we need from ElevenLabs. So we're just going to set this up so it can dynamically come into this agent. And we're going to see how it works once we get some data flowing. So we'll save this, and this is our NA10 setup done. So now let's go into ElevenLabs and set up what we need there. So if any of you haven't seen ElevenLabs before, ElevenLabs is an AI tool. And basically, it's the best on the market right now when it comes to text to speech. You're able to use it to generate speech using AI. So anything you type, will be able to use lots of different voices to basically make that text come into sound. It's really useful. And recently, they just released a V3 where it's very expressionate. It's a really powerful tool. And a very powerful feature they have that we're going to be using is called conversational AI. So this is basically AI voice agents, and it's really easy to set up with ElevenLabs. So I clicked conversational AI. I'm going to go to agents here. Here I have a few set up. We're going to create a new agent, and what we'll call this is website booking agent. We're going to create this agent. And I'm just going to say we're going to use a blank template. Now we have a bunch of different settings we can set up to make this work. So first thing is you want to choose your language, and then you want to just go through and add in all of these, and we'll go through every single one. So first we want to have a message. This is the first message that we're going to get the agent to say when we're setting it up. I'm just going to say, hey there, I'm Hope. You can add in your company name here. How can I help you? Very friendly message. Next, you want to have your system prompt. What I'll do is I'm going to include the system prompt I've used because oftentimes it takes a lot of trial and error to get the prompt right and to get to a place where your voice agent is doing what you want it to do. I'll take you through kind of what I've done. First, you want to give your AI agent a personality. So I've said my AI agent is called Hope. She's very friendly, she's warm, she's kind, she knows when to throw a joke in. You tell it the environment in which she's operating in. So here I'm saying she's an expert in my offering and that the people she's speaking with are on my website. So they probably have a question about something they've seen. You can give it a bit of prompting in terms of the tone it should have. So how it should speak with your audience and what it should do and shouldn't do. And then this one's really important. Here I say what the goal should be. So for me, for this voice agent, the goal is to answer any questions someone may have who comes on my website, and then to prompt them to book a call, just in this example. So you're telling it what his objective is. From there, you want to tell it what tools it can use. So we're going to give it tools so that it can connect to NA10 and do things like check my availability and book in meetings. So that's just how we reference it here. And then what I found is the trickiest bit to making this work is just getting the email right. So when someone says their email, you want to make sure that you're writing that down right. Otherwise, you're not booking a call with them. So I went through lots of different like versions and trial and error and I got to this big block of text here, where I'm getting the AI agent to sound everything out using a phonetic alphabet and to do it really slowly and to confirm that the email works, like you saw in the example. So this works well with getting the email correctly. And then I just give it the workflow for the steps I want it to take. And here, finally, just some guardrails like extra rules you want it to have. So I'm not going to go through every bit of this, but a lot of work has gone into this prompt and I'll share it with you. So when you're creating this, you have this all up and running and you can just edit it to work for your own scenario. So you have the prompt now. Next, you can choose your LLM. So right now, Elevenlabs is covering the cost of this, but very soon it's not going to be. So if you get on this quickly, then you can test it out for free. But even if you don't, then it's not going to be too expensive. I've been using Gemini 2.5 Flash because it's a smart model, still very fast, still very cheap. So we'll set that up. And then the next important bit is the knowledge base. So when it comes to the knowledge base, you want to give this AI agent knowledge of your company, of how it works. So what I did is I literally went into ChatGPT for this example, and then I just told it a bit about AI Agents Guild and Omnivate and what I'm trying to do. Then I got it to ask me a bunch of questions. Then I told it a bit more based on the questions it had. I just said, give me a knowledge base, like a document that breaks this down for an AI agent. It'll be useful information to help with like customer support. So basically, it went through and then it just created this for me, which is like a bunch of information about my company. I just took this to a Google Docs and then turned it into a PDF. So that's the process I did to create my knowledge base, and it took me maybe 5 minutes. So really quick to set up. When you have it, then you just want to update it. So where are we? Knowledge base. You want to hit RAG as well because it's going to make it use what's called retrieval augmented generation, which is a way of smartly retrieving information when it comes to agents. If you want to learn more about this, I have a whole deep dive on this in AI Agents Guild Pro. But otherwise, it's just a smart way of getting information from a database using AI agents. And when we add a document, here I have it here. So I'm adding my knowledge base. And the final thing you need to do here is set up tools. So this is going to be how Elevenlabs can communicate with N8N. So I'll show you how to do that. Here we have a tool. You want to add a tool. I'm going to do a custom tool. And then what we want to do here is first we're going to give it a name. So the first tool I want to do is I want the agent to have the ability to know what time slots are booked in my calendar. So if you saw an example, I purposely made it test a slot where I was busy because I wanted it to show that like it's able to find busy slots and tell the person, no, this is busy. And it does this using this tool. So what we'll do is we're going to call it get available slots, and we need to give it a description so the voice agent knows when to use it. So I'm just saying use this tool to check the availability for the requested date and time for the appointment in my calendar. And then this is the magic part. This is how you connect it with N8N. Your method you want to do post. We want to go into N8N, and this is where the webhook comes in. A webhook is just a way for two different platforms to speak with each other. So we're going to hit webhook. Now, I've been using a test URL just because I'm testing it out now. But when you have this live, you want to do production URL, and then you want to go active. But for now, we're just testing it out. So I've got the test URL, and we're going to go back into here, and then we're going to put it in. So this is how Elevenlabs and N8N can speak with each other. So we're going to keep going down, and next what we want is a query parameter. So this is just basically going to tell N8N what it is we're trying to do. So in this case, the thing we want to add is we just want to say, what we want now is to check available times for the appointment. That's all you got to do here. Then next we're going to body parameters. So this is the actual information we're trying to get. So what we wanted to do here is, in a friendly way, we wanted to ask for the date and the time for the meeting. These are the body parameters so that we can go into our calendar agent and check if that time is taken. So we have that, and we're just going to add a couple. So the first one is going to be the date. So this is going to be here. And the description, we're just going to say it's the requested time for the appointment. Our next one is going to be the time. So this one's going to be time. So this one should be date by accident, requested date for the appointment, and this one's going to be requested time for the appointment. So this is how we've now set up the tool. And this is going to be when we're using the voice agent and we say, is the time available? It's going to use this tool to send the information to N8N with this webhook. It's going to hit our agent and see here how we have time and we have date. We have JSON body date, JSON body time. We go to Elevenlabs. This is just the body parameter. So this is how I know how it's set up. And this is how we're going to get it. So all I need to do is add this tool. Or what about now? We're not done. Query parameter. Okay, this just needs to be called request. So here we go. Now we can add this tool. So we have a tool to get the available slots. We also want a tool to actually book the meeting. So we're going to set that up as well. So we're going to add this tool here. Again, custom tool. Then now we're going to add a tool to set up the meetings. So let's just call this book meetings. And we're going to say use this tool to book appointments requested by the user or by the customer. And again, same as before, we want to post in here, and then we want to go and get our link from N8N. So here's our link. And one thing I actually I've done wrong is this should be a post method. I've just realized is a get. I'm gonna have to change this. Then I need to go back into the other tool and fix it. So let me add this in here. Add this. I need to go back into this one. So right now, if I test this out, it wouldn't work because I've added a get. So we just need to add a post. So I've replaced it with a new link. Yeah, let's go back and finish this. So this works fine. We again want to add a query parameter. Let's add this in. This is going to be called request again. And here we're just saying like customers ready to book a meeting. And then again, we need to do body parameters again. So in this case, what I've just said is in a natural way, ask the customer to provide their name, email, and requested date and time for appointment. And then just make sure you get the email spelling correct by spelling it out and confirming with the customer. So just really, I'm trying everything I can to make sure the email gets translated properly because this is what this hinges on. And to be honest, this is probably like the biggest sticking point where you may get some errors of frustration. So really trying to nail this is so important for this to be something you want to use. Yeah, let's add the properties. First, we're going to have date, same as before. We'll just give it the description. We're going to add another one, which is now the time. And we'll add the description as well. And then finally, we want the email. So here we're just saying as one of the body parameters, we're going to have email. And this is the email of the customer. So there we go. That's all set up. We can save changes. And now we have our tool set up. So that's the Elevenlabs setup. And actually, so a few more things. Optional, you want to add your voice. So right now we have Eric as the default one. I've done Hope. There's certain voices in N8N that are better for conversation. So if you can see in this list, this one says conversational. Not all of them are. Some of the voices they've set up, they'll be like good for an audiobook or good for like voice acting. So it's really cool. They have like different voices for different purposes. But I've done a few and I quite like Hope. She's quite upbeat, kind of good energy. I'm going with Hope. You can have multiple voices now. So you can like switch between voices. You can have a pronunciation dictionary. So when you're kind of getting more advanced, if you have certain technical words, you can add that dictionary. So your voice agent knows how to pronounce it. And then, just extra settings to like control stability, speed, stuff like that. You can add evaluation criteria as well. So this is really useful when you're testing it out. Some security stuff like being authenticating to use it. And these are some advanced stuff. And then what we'll get to is the widget. For this is how we bring it into our website. For now, we have it set up. So we just want to save. And if we were to test the AI agent now, and then press this, it would work, and then it would hit our N8N instance. In order to do this, because we're in testing mode right now, you need to first press execute workflow. Then you need to go into N8N and like speak to it and get it to work. And like, let's just do this actually, so you can see how it works. So very quickly, now I've set this up. If I do call agent, we can just pay for it. And I just want you to see the data come through. You have to press this first. It says waiting.
Oh, I see. It sounds like you might be having a little technical hiccup on your end. No worries at all. Whenever you're ready, just let me know what I can help you with today. I'm Hope, and I'm here to assist you with anything related to AI automation and agents, especially with NAN.
Hi, Hope. I want to book a call on the 16th of June at 3 p.m.
All right, I can certainly help you with that. Let me just quickly check the availability for June 16th at 3 p.m. for you. Oh, it looks like there was a little hiccup when I tried.
Okay, we saw there's an error here, so let's explore this. And I want you to see the errors real time so that you learn the process and how we can go through and fix it. So looking into this, what was the error? Okay, the mistake is I forgot to add here, because we're using the respond to webhook node, we should be having this setting here, using respond to webhook. So this means it's going to use this respond to webhook when it comes back. So that was the error we were using. Now we can save this and we can do it again. I'm going to test workflow. And this just when testing out, you need to press this every single time. But when it's using the production URL and it's live, you don't need to do that. So for now, I'll press this and let's do this again. Hi, Hope.
Hi there, it's great to connect with you. How can I assist you today with Omnivate's offerings or anything else related to AI automation and agents?
I want to book a call for the 16th of June at 3 p.m.
All right, I can certainly help you with that. Let me just quickly check the availability for June 16th at 3 p.m. for you. Okay, it looks like that time should work. To go ahead and book this for you, I'll need your email address. Could you please spell that out for me, character by character?
Okay, we've got an error here as well. And again, I want to show you all of this live. And then what's happening here is we're getting an error with the simple memory. So this is the session ID, and it's the way in which it tracks the different responses. Because we're having a conversation with Elevenlabs, we want to know what was previously been said and the information we have. So now this JSON session ID we need to change. If we go to the webhook, we want to make sure that the information coming from here, and we're able to use that as part of the memory. So to do that, what we need to do is we need to go to simple memory, and then we need to find below. And for this key, we need to add webhook item JSON header host. This then gives us the right session ID in order for this to work. And it's a way of just providing memory access to the conversation we're having with Elevenlabs. So let's save that. Let's try this again. Hey, Hope, I want to book a meeting on the 16th of June at 3 p.m.
All right, I can help you with that. Let me just quickly check the availability for you on the 16th of June at 3 p.m. Got it.
I'm going to end it here and then we can have a look at the data. So now we're back into NA10 and you can see it's worked. If we go into the webhook, I can just pin this data so it doesn't change. Then here we're getting the information we want from Elevenlabs. We have our query, which is check available times, and we have the body. We have the 16th of June at 3 p.m. So we have everything we need here. And then this has just gone through. If we look at the logs and what it's done, we got it. First, it stored it in the memory. It's checked with the sub agent if this time works. And then it's gone through and it's been able to tell us the right time. So this is our NA10 agent, and it shows the process in which it goes through. And when we have that live, it's just able to do that continuously. It's just the Elevenlabs hitting it. So now that we have this set up, what you can then do is bring in your Elevenlabs agent into your website. So I'm going to be using Loveable to create a website, and then we're going to show you how we can bring in this customer support agent within the website. So let's open up a new Lovable instance. This was the old one I used. And go to dashboard. And then again, what I've done is I was in the exact same chat I was using to build my knowledge base. I went down and I basically told ChatGPT, you know about my website, you know about the company that I have right now. Give me a prompt where I can build a landing page for this business. So I went through and it gave me a really detailed prompt, which was really useful. I broke down what I should include in different sections. Then I just gave it I went into Elevenlabs, I went into widgets, I copied this, and this is how we embed it into the website. And I gave this to ChatGPT, and I told it to add it to the prompt. And then I went off in Lovable and I built it. And then just a bit of trial and error, like it didn't come up straight away. I queried Lovable to find out what that issue is, and did that a few more times. And I finally ended up with this prompt. So I'm going to also include this in like the worksheets so you can see the prompt I used to create my website. But for now, we're just going to copy this and we're going to use it in Loveable to build our website. And it may not work as well. If we can, I can show you through the process I would take to get it to work. So for those of you that don't know, Loveable is a vibe coding platform where you can build websites without writing a single line of code. So you're going to see just from that prompt, the website I can build, and it does this really quickly and super high quality. So what I'll do is I'm going to paste in this prompt. It's also good to give it inspiration. So here I found like an example of a UI that I like. So this is just like a picture of like a nice looking website, and you can give it examples and we'll use that to base the look of the website on. So I have this here, and let's just send this away and get it to build it out. So now I was literally going to go through here and it's going to start coding the website. Okay, so the website's been built. It looks a bit different from the first time I did it, but it looks really cool. So automate your growth with AI-powered marketing and sales systems. I have a graphic here. So we have like this button I would need to fix. So it doesn't always do it perfect first time around. Let's scroll through and see this. So we have space here to add like companies I've worked with. We have why choose Omnivate. You can see the interactivity on the website as well. Like when my mouse goes over it, how it moves. You can see the different plans I have, which is really cool. Again, this is just all from one prompt. Like it actually blows my mind. Real results from real businesses, what our clients say. We have a carousel here, how it works as well. And then you can get started. And you even have an FAQ section here. So now it's built our website. What you normally do is go through and like fix this up, add the copy you want, and change the interactivity. But for now, we're just testing this out. And what we can see on the bottom right here is our AI agent or voice agent. So now if I press start a call, you need to press accept, and we have it here. So if I press this, we'll just test that it works. We're going to make sure you allow while visiting this site.
Hey there, I'm Hope from AI Agents Guild Support. How can I help you today?
And there you go, it's working. I'm not going to go through the entire conversation, but we've been able to create our website and add this in. And just to show you, we can publish this. So this is a nice thing about Loveable is you're able to create things very quickly and you're just able to publish it straight away. So now it's published. Let me just open this up. And here I have my website and I have my AI voice agent on the right. So really easy to add. And then you can use this for customers on your website. They have a question. They can use this voice agent. It's trained on your company's data and it has tools access to book you meetings straight into your calendar. It's a really powerful workflow. So yeah, I hope you found that useful. And if you want to get all the resources I'm going to share, so the NA10 workflows, the prompts, everything, go into AI Agents Guild. This is a completely free community. And in the classroom section, you can go to voice agents, and I'm going to have a page there that has all the information. And if you want to take your learning a bit deeper, we have a pro community where we have a lot more courses, and you can go in and learn NA10 fundamentals, learn about AI agents, some of that RAG stuff I was talking about, which is training it in more advanced memory, and more vibe coding classes with Lovable. So a lot more to explore there. Yeah. I hope you found this useful, and I'll catch you next time.